Hi guys, John Ruffle here, and today I'm going to be looking at a Celbrity Ovation guitar. This is 30 years old. I know the provenance of it, and it just needs a little bit of tender, loving care, right? Especially you can see all the grime and dirt on it right there, and that's the result of this guitar is 30 years old, and I don't believe the strings have ever been off it in all the 30 years. And what that means is, doesn't mean that the previous owner never changed the strings. They did what a lot of people do, and that is they changed one string at a time. They never took all six strings off at once. And some people believe that you shouldn't ever take all the strings off a guitar because it stresses the neck. But that's actually really, I don't go along with that whatsoever, because to properly clean and set up a guitar anyway, you're going to have to take all the strings off. And when you take the strings off, it's a perfect opportunity to make sure this type of thing doesn't happen. You clean it, polish it. You can put lemon oil on the fretboard. You can clean the bridge, and really keep the guitar in really nice condition. You can also clean inside the sound hole. I don't know if you can see it. With this sound hole, actually, you can see it's a bit grimy in there. We're going to try to clean that as well. So here goes. Before I do anything else, I want to give you a couple of close-up shots of actual condition of the fretboard and the headstock. It's had quite a lot of use, but it's been kept in a case. And it doesn't look like it because it's got ingrained dust on it, but it's been actually kept in a case. And you can see that it has had a fair amount of use. Fretboard is quite worn. The frets themselves are in fairly good condition. So all I'm going to do is clean the fretboard, and once I've done that, restring it. Here we have the saddle and the bridge, the saddle being this big wooden thing. With the Ovation, the strings go right through over the saddle, obviously, and through here, and they're held in the back there. I am going to be doing some adjustments to the saddle. This is the original saddle. The reason why I know that nobody has ever taken all the strings off is because underneath this, I found the original shims that he left the factory with, and it's affecting the action. More about that later. Back to the headstock, and you can get an idea of the type of grime that is on this guitar. It really gave me second thoughts about buying it in the first place, especially because the action was really high. Here you get a good look at the grime, and this is what we are going to clean up in just a moment. Right, I'm going to start off by just using a little bit of toilet tissue and just seeing how much of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some underneath here to catch the dust. I'm just going to see how much of this grime you can see here actually will come off just with a gentle rub. So here goes. And as I thought, a lot of it is simply accumulated dust, which we don't really want on the headstock. I'm going to use this terry towel, such as you use for car polishing. When you're cleaning a guitar, you've got to be very careful, especially on older guitars. This one's all right, but modern finishes are very durable. But guitars, 30 years old or very high-end guitars, they have, even today, they have very delicate finishes. and so you don't want to use solvents. Avoid solvents at any cost. Right, so if you can see that, that's cleaned up fairly well. So now what I'm going to do, I've got some guitar polish and cleaner here, and I'm going to put a little bit on a clean bit of terry towel. 2 pumps of that is all I need. I'm going very carefully just going to see what happens when I polish this up. This guitar looked a lot worse than it actually is, but when I bought it, I noticed that the action was very high, making it very hard to play. And I suspect the strings haven't been changed in a long time, so that's why I put the strings off before I did anything else. It's now coming up fairly nicely. And I'll show you the dirt on the rag. I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit difficult because it's very white. There, you can catch it there. Where is it? Yeah, I think you can probably see the dirt on it now. So that has, I'm going to use a clean bit of the towel. You can get these towels in polishing kits in Halford's car store, so it's nothing ultra special. Right, I'm going to give it one more bit of polish. 2 small pumps of my Formula 65 Dunlop guitar polish and cleaner. And I'm going to rub a little bit harder this time, now that I know that it's safe. The other thing is on the machine heads, that's these silver things, how you obviously tension the strings. You need to check those as well. You can't really check them unless the strings are off. And I've noticed already that one of them is a little bit loose on the headstock. So that's something I'm going to be addressing. Right, now I'll put polish action. Sorry if you find this really boring. I can't really go fast motion on this. I don't know if you can see that. Let's try and bring that to the camera. That is looking very, very nice as the factory intended. We'll pop it down there. Now, of course, I haven't begun starting on the fretboard. This is going to take a little bit more time. And so that's going to be something, it's probably going to take me, I'm going to use, once I've cleaned it, I'll be using lemon oil on that to condition the fretboard. I'm not going to sand it down. I quite like the fact it's used, it's patinaed, but I think a lot of what's on there is dirt. And if you want me to prove it, I will a little bit later on. First of all, I just want to address one thing before we move on, and that is these machine heads. And I noticed that, see if I can do this, show you. I noticed that one of the machine heads, it's this one here, which would be the one you can't see to camera. Let's see if I can turn it around it. Right. This machine head, it's loose. It's not the knob. It's actually loose on the screw. All we do there, very gently, correct screwdriver on it. Tighten it up. Once that's tightened up, that will be fine. I'll also check that the knobs are all tight, so I'll just tighten those up a little bit. You need 2 hands to do that. And hopefully by tomorrow my Ovation guitar will be in fine fettle, and I'll have restrung it. I'll clean the fretboard, restrung it, and have a beautiful, beautiful guitar for another however many years of service. There's no reason why it can't serve for many more years. If you're buying an Ovation or an Ovation type product, because of this fiber bowl on it, this plastic bowl, one of the weak parts of it is where the body meets the neck there. Always check that there's no air or messy glue or anything on that joint. You can see that one is fine, because that is a fairly expensive repair to do and beyond my ability to fix. In fact, some of you will know that I do have another Ovation that has got a bad neck, and we're trying to fix that right now. But that's away at Lucia, so we're going to see whether or not that one will live or not. But this one certainly will live. Hi, Luke. And here's the. Okay.
If you don't believe them, you can just do anything.
You can do anything. What do you want to tell the people? We've been telling them about this Ovation guitar.
We've made it. Well, I've got a nice guitar.
Which is your favourite guitar? This is Luke.
Gretsch.
You like the Gretsch guitar?
Yes.
He's got a
green guitar, which is dark.
It's really nice, isn't it? Yeah. So we're going to feature a Gretsch guitar hopefully later on, but it's not yet because we don't have it. Birthdays and Christmas coming up.
And I'm looking this way. It's doing that way.
I know, we got 2 pictures up. I've just been showing them how to clean this guitar without spoiling it. So later on, this will have strings on it and we can play it. Okay. All right. Last message to the people? What's your advice? What's your advice? Practice every day. Make sure that Jesus is in your heart and you're loving Jesus, yeah? And sing and praise him.
Your heart is over here.
Over here. It's there somewhere, isn't it? Okay. Thanks, guys. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.